click on, it says click here to join call, does nothing. Nothing. We're here, just sends me back to this thing.
All right,
your,
welcome to episode 81 of the Beer and Bullshit Show. Woo! Bennett and Bab's gonna be leaving us soon, but Jim Bab,
Yo.
tonight.
All right, I got a new beer. I haven't tried this before. Founders Harvest Ale. I don't know if you can see that. They're calling it a wet hopped ale. So it smells pretty hoppy. But Christina said, oh, you're not going to like that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Founders. I got to give it a try. It's pretty good. It's definitely in the IPA category, though. So a little bit kind of flat, surprisingly, with all that foam, but it still doesn't really have a fizzy taste. But I accept it and will enjoy it. Let's see, alcohol content. I don't know. That's weird. Let's see. Hey, check this out. It was bottled on October 3rd. That's not bad. 7.6% alcohol. So kudos to them for having the date stamp on there. I think that's a big plus. Even as the time. So if I die, they can trace this back to the exact batch that killed me. So that's cool. Anyway, that's what I got going on. What about you guys?
What do you got? What do you got, Shane?
Looks like did we just lose him?
Maybe we did. Anyway.
All right.
Shane sent me some beer. Not last Saturday, but the Saturday before. It's from. Remember when we had Sarah Blinko on?
Yeah.
Her dad owns a microbrewery.
Right.
Dillon, Colorado.
Right on.
So, some of her dad's beers.
Yeah.
Shane did.
Yeah.
It is the one that I've got right now. For the first time. Damn! It's called the Extra Pale.
Extra pale beer. Okay.
Extra pale ale. That's right. Extra pale ale. Damn Brewery.
Damn.
So, like I said, this is the first time that I'm having it. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's better on tap.
Yeah. It's good on tap for sure. It's good to just get it right there because you can walk to your hotel from the Dillon Dam Brewery. Right. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool places. So you can.
I have to send this episode. I have to send this episode over to Sarah so she can show her father that his beer has been reviewed. So,
well, and of course now, and of course, just because you're friends with Sarah doesn't mean you would give the beer an automatic pass or anything, right? Your journalistic integrity, right, remains intact. So you're not just going to say you like it.
Right. I do like it. I mean, if someone were to say, "Hey, let's go up to the Dillon Dam Brewery," and and have a few brewskis, I'm not going to say, oh, no, I don't want to go there.
Let's
Go
do it.
there, you know, and
I'm in.
and the beer pretty good. So, it's not like phenomenal phenomenal pale ale or whatnot, but it's pretty decent.
Nice.
So
What else do they make? Did they send you any other ones or just that one?
Shane sent me the a brown ale, I believe it was. There's a lager.
Okay.
All over YouTube to see if anybody's reviewed these beers, and only one person has reviewed one of their beers. I've got 3 of each to chug down, and I'm gonna review it and
Nice.
post it on my YouTube channel.
Let's give them the beer and bullshit bump. You know,
The beer and bullshit bump.
right? We can make or break a brewery. It's been established. So
Yeah, that's pretty solid right there.
now, Shane, you're in Colorado, right? Is that, if I recall,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah, I'm in Colorado.
Okay, what part of Colorado are you in?
I'm in 2 places. I'm in the northeast end of Denver, and then I've got a place over by Fairplay, which is about an hour south of the Dillon Dam Brewery, just south in the mountains in hunting and fishing country.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What a beautiful place. I was spent a little time in Colorado this summer. Definitely fell in love. What a wonderful, so many cool spots.
Yeah, it's great. You were able to hit the Dillon Dam Brewery, is that right?
I was not, unfortunately. That was one I did not get to. So,
Okay.
but it's on my list for when I go back.
Yeah, it's great. The food was really good, as well as the brews. I think they've got, at least a dozen or more brews on tap all the time. They might have like 20. And then beers to go. You can get anything in a growler, or they have prepackaged 12 packs. Good prices. So you want to bring a moving truck with you when you come. Next time.
Nice. All right, cool.
Make sure you get as much beer home
I'm
as possible.
in a trip out to Colorado late July, so it'll probably only be like 3 or 4 days because I only get a week. People I haven't seen or have never met, hope to meet old friends, and hope to have a beer in my hand at least 23 out of 24 hours.
We should throw a party.
That can be worked out.
It could be. It could. So, and maybe do some vacation beer casts at some of the breweries out in Colorado.
Now you're thinking.
Oh.
And that makes it all tax deductible, of course. For those that might
Oh, well.
be filing. I'm not accusing you of anything.
It's good. We need numbers, people.
So, Shane, what do you got in your arsenal?
We've got some Grolsch tonight. I like it.
Wait a minute. That's not a craft beer.
No. You know what?
I
decided
no, but it's no, but it's not Budweiser piss water either. So
it's a Dutch beer. So I'm going to be exploring the Europes at this time, the European beers right now. So that's kind of my mission that I'm on at the moment.
A tour, like a beer tour of Europe.
Yeah. While I'm in Colorado.
That's why I love globalism, because you can do that.
Exactly.
If I have to take the whole New World Order and everything and all that crap and Hillary Clinton just so we can have more beers from around the world, I'll deal with
I caught you on that.
that. Everything's a trade-off, right?
It's not bad though.
Jim Bab, you say globalism like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm here. I'm singing the praises. In fact, no, it's not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. Definitely. But this is, Shane, this could be preparing you for an actual trip to Europe. So you know which European countries you want to visit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because that's important. I've had some strange European beers. One is from the Faroe Islands, and it's part of Denmark. But it tastes like sheep, I swear.
Tasted like sheep?
Yeah.
I've also had beer from Danish islands, but it did not taste like sheep. But Bornholm. Have you ever heard of Bornholm? It's one of the Danish islands. They brew some kick-ass beer there. It was like 10 years ago. I don't remember what it was, but man, it was good. So.
Yeah, it was good beer. It's fairly local.
Tasted like sheep, huh?
Too cold. I guess it did. I guess everything there had that scent of sheep and whale. Because you get that smell in you from eating the meat.
I thought it was all like herring and hard-boiled eggs and
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. But a lot of varieties with the meat: whale, puffin, duck, sheep, maybe an occasional dolphin.
I've never had puffin, but they're so cute. I bet they're delicious.
That's a good point. They look like they have some good wings. You can kind of like fry them up in a little hot sauce.
I was thinking more of like maybe grind them up and make like a puffin fritter, or I don't know. Taste like chicken. I don't know. What do they taste like? What does puffin taste like?
I probably like chicken or something. I mean, duck is so fat, but puffin is kind of a cold weather bird. I don't know. They migrate. I'm not sure what their patterns are.
Well, they live their lives at sea unless it's time to have eggs, and then they live in these like oceanside cliff dwellings where they have these little burrows in the sides of a cliff, and they will nest in these long enough to have babies like over the summer, and then it's back out to the ocean all winter long.
So they just eat fish.
Yep. Tough little birds.
Probably delicious.
Yeah. I would assume. I don't think they're on the endangered list, or I don't know.
The fishing up there is killer. Did you go fishing?
No.
You even keep the bait on your hook. You don't even need bait. You just drop your hook in and you catch fish. It's ridiculous.
I guess it seems like these cold ocean waters just have a lot of life in them. Everywhere I've been where the ocean is very cold just seems to be just packed with life. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
like
maybe it's a coincidence.
California coast, the West Coast, New England. Nice and cold up there.
Yeah, or like up around into Canada, like Nova Scotia, around all those areas, Prince Edward Island. Those oceans are happening. Tons of life, birds, fish, everything, puffins.
You got to take your grill with you if you go. It's the main thing: your grill and your fishing pole. or your puffin net, so you can catch a puffin.
Yeah. Why not? Anyway.
Sure.
Hey, what happened? Where's Amy? Where's Amy? Where's the star of our show?
I do not know. I just texted her, wondering where the heck she is. She's
All right.
up in Baltimore. I talked to her earlier. She's up in Baltimore visiting her. So,
Well, she's supposedly relocating. She informed us last show that she's relocating to Baltimore. So there you go.
well, I also asked her if she's going to be on. She's like, "Well, I'm going to have to get something to eat and go to the beer store before I get on." So, I don't know if she's still at the beer store trying to find out which beer she should have for the show, or be having with her man. So, I don't know.
Hey, I went to a. Do you ever have Captain Lawrence Brewing from New York, called Captain Lawrence?
Nope.
I had been. They have one of their beers. I might have even had it on the show one time, called Palate Shifter. It's a pretty hoppy, like double IPA, pretty serious. I had a
Okay.
chance to. They had like a tap takeover at our local place, Capone's. They called it a like Meet the Brewer event, so I went to meet the brewer. It was more like a sales rep, but I think it's such a small brewery that like he is a brewer / sales rep. But I was happy to report though that I tried their whole lineup of interesting beers. They had one that was like they called it a sour, but it wasn't sour at all. But it was it was something aged in like apple brandy barrels, something like that.
Okay.
This stuff was pretty darn good, and they had another one that was definitely a sour. It was so sour it tasted like you're just sucking a lemon. You just had to immediately just like wince and pucker when you sipped it. I didn't really care for that one, but trying to expand my beer tastes. It'd be nice if I could find some sours that were good, but yeah, the quest continues. I don't know. Do you guys drink sours?
Yeah, I've been checking out some sours lately, and I haven't been like addicted to anything. I haven't been like, I need 12 packs and cases of this stuff for stockpile for World War III. Just haven't found the right sour for the apocalypse yet.
Well, you know what? This one I took, it was so acidic that you could probably use it as like an antiseptic or something, like in an apocalypse situation. So it might be good to have, but for drinking, not so much. No. But this guy from the company that was super nice, and it wasn't a really well attended event, but Christine and I went over to it, and I just like to meet people in the beer industry. It's always fascinating. You always learn stuff, and this guy was just so happy to, I think, have anybody that even heard of his beer. So that was pretty cool. And it is a good brewery. So keep an eye out for Captain Lawrence if you see it.
Captain Lawrence. Taking notes here. So Chris, did you try the other two beers
Yes,
Okay.
I tried the lager and I tried the brown ale. I think I like the brown ale the best.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna hate me. There's a bar, my place in the mountains. There's it's about 9 miles outside of a one-horse town, and they've got the brown on tap all the time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great. Good food. It's just a little one-horse town bar, but they've always got the Sweet Georgia brown. Plenty of it.
And where are you at? Where are you at nowadays?
I'm in Northeast Denver, and then I've got a place in the mountains by Fairplay. Yeah, near Fairplay. It's about half an hour out of Fairplay.
So you're truly a South Park person.
County, yeah. I've got a, I've got a view of the lake, and basically the only traffic is cows and elk and antelope.
I know that area really well. I used to take like little trips up through the old through Alma and through the old ghost town, just and then just so
That's it's a really beautiful area, and it's nice if you can just do it and get it there because the people are really cool too.
Hey Shane, what do you think about having a Liberty camping themed festival in Colorado in the summer?
That'd be awesome.
Something like as fun as Pork Fest, only even better because it'd be in Colorado.
Oh yeah,
What do you
yeah,
think?
that would be great. That would definitely be cool.
I think we should start one.
I could host that. I could probably host, say if it was like a 4-day event, max maybe 5 days. I could probably host something maybe if it's not too big.
Well, it's easy. I think it's easier to start than it is to do something big. To just say like, hey, here it is, and maybe we could get 100 people to all be sort of camping at the same campground during the same week, right? Or something kind of like that. Or just start as easy, make it as easy as possible, just to get it started.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think it would be, and Colorado it's accessible. You can fly there from the East Coast pretty easily. There's tons of flights go through Denver and whatnot. And then anybody out west can basically drive there, right? I mean, even into the Midwest can drive down there. I would drive from Pennsylvania, but most people that would be kind of far for. But I just think it would be that's my dream, to be able to go to a Liberty themed festival in Colorado, in the Rockies, somewhere just drop dead gorgeous. Get up various sponsors, maybe from some of the craft breweries or some of the cannabis shops, or I think it'd be pretty sweet.
But it would be preferable to do it on private land. So I've got plenty of friends with land. So if it grows, that would be the preference, would be to have it on private land.
Oh, definitely. And it's out in the East, there's a lot of private campgrounds. There's not as many out West, but a private campground that could just accommodate, let's just say, some group reservations, and had like a central something for maybe like a meeting house or something. We could do some, get people together in, but I don't know. Keep your eyes out for a venue, for a spot that you think would work. Because I don't think it takes a lot of infrastructure or anything. I think to get something started would be pretty easy. And then if it catches on, then you could just build on it. But
yeah, all you need to do is order up a bunch of outhouses, right?
No. Have you ever been to the Jackalope Freedom Fest in Arizona?
No.
That's pretty cool, but it's kind of like if you and like 200 of friends from the Liberty community were in the same refugee camp.
Okay.
It's going to be fun, but it was primitive. It because the whole festival the whole idea is no organizing officially. Okay. So it's just it's one of these like public lands that anybody can camp on at any time, and it just surprisingly enough, like a couple hundred people show up every year. But it's outhouse based. It's outhouses, no running water anywhere, mud. Also, people graze cattle there, so it's like, there's a lot of like manure all over here.
Yeah, that's basically how it is where I'm at. So,
Right.
but the campsites, I guess, you could do national forest, but I try to stay off of federal land because
There's private campground. There are private campgrounds out there though, so I think that would be the way to go.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Plus, they also will come with like
Private campground.
cabins and stuff like that for people that don't want to bring tents or trailers or something. So,
Strawberry.
but I'm guessing there's tons of cool places, and you're
Did you go to Did you go to Strawberry Hot Springs?
Hot Springs would be cool. Sure.
Yes, Strawberry Hot Springs would probably be a good spot for that. And I think it's clothing optional, maybe after 9 o'clock. So we'll be keeping an eye on you, James.
Well, with the libertarian community, I think clothing is usually a good idea. I'm not saying people should wear clothing or not, but just based on me and my libertarian friends, it's probably for the best.
So we'll make sure we have you home by 9 o'clock then.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just. Well, I guess if the sun is down, the chance of damage is much less. So.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of hot libertarian girls that would love to see you completely naked.
All right, there you go. Hey, I got to bail out. Unfortunately, I had to just drop in and say hello and say goodbye. I just want to make one more comment about this beer I've been drinking because it's changed a lot. I mean, by the time you get down to this much, I have a much better understanding of this beer than when I first started sipping it. Now that it's warmed up, especially, it's got a very bitter taste. I mean, if you like a really bitter hoppy flavor, check this out. But I think this would be, a lot of people might be a little bit put back by the extremeness. Yeah, it's bitter. Kind of weird, but still tasty. But it really, the flavor profile completely changed from the beginning of the glass to the end. So kind of strange.
And it's Founders.
Yep. All right, Chris, I'm going to bail.
Nice
All
seeing you.
right. Thanks for hopping on.
Good seeing you, Shane. Let's come back again soon.
All
right, guys. See ya.
All right. Thanks, James.
Have a good night.
All right.
Right on. So it's interesting.
I just opened up a new beer. It's a new beer for the show. It's by one of my favorite microbreweries. I'm going to make a trip up there in the next couple of weeks. Three Floyds. It's called Zombie Dust.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it's one of the best pale ales out there.
Three
I love it.
And that's near you?
Yeah. What was that?
That's near you? How far is that from you?
Oh, about 3 hours northeast of me. It's worth the day trip. Yes.
It's where in Michigan?
What? Indiana.
In Indiana.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll be looking for this. Do they have distribution?
Their distributions, Chicago area and northern Michigan, northern. So go all the way to the brewery and get it, which I don't mind. It's a nice day trip. Get out of Springfield for a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
mind
it's good
it.
up there.
So
They have good food.
I really haven't had their food. Normally there's a place on our way up, Brickstone Brewery. They usually have they're another pretty good brewery, good food, but we haven't been there for a while because it's pretty pricey. We usually go Chicago or something, Indiana, because we don't have an old Chicago down here. So
Yeah, that's good. I like Old Chicago. You always have interesting
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. If I were to move back to Colorado, that's where I'd probably spend most of my days. Is at old Chicago.
Absolutely. It's like the #1 restaurant I go to.
I mean, with all that beer on tap, right?
Yeah. Now it's getting pretty insane now because we're starting to get tons of places that have a lot of craft beers, but Old Chicago still has that old time feeling where you can tell a dirty joke and people are going to laugh and nobody's going to have any hard feelings at Old Chicago.
So yeah. I mean, I used to eat at Old Chicago all the time when I lived back in Denver, and now that things have just blown up craft beer wise, I mean, I can't imagine what they have on tap. I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah, there's a lot of the restaurants will partner up with breweries and get in maybe 3 or 4 craft beers from several different local breweries. So that's pretty nice. They're doing their distribution, I think, really well with some of the restaurants that
Right.
are corporations, but they're hooking up with a lot of local craft beers that you won't find very many places at all.
Right. And I think after this whole experience with with sales and stuff like that, my next step is to be a salesperson for a microbrewery or marketing or something to do with the microbrewery. So
Nice. That would be something to maybe look out for on LinkedIn with some of the
right.
some of the bigger microbreweries or those that are still considered micros, like maybe Breckenridge. I think their distribution goes pretty far.
Right. I can get Breckenridge out here. Yeah. I have a Facebook friend. I don't know if she actually works for the microbrewery or not. Said it was sometime last year. There was a new microbrewery down your way, down in Fairplay or something.
Yeah, there's one in Fairplay, South Park Brewing.
I think she worked there for a little bit. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Yeah, they have good beer. They've got a ranch hand. It's called Ranch Hand. It's an ale, but it's like a nice dark ale. It's well roasted for sure, and that's a really nice brew. They've got quite a few brews, but that one is on tap at several local bars, and not sure if they're bottling. They might be bottling, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Got a local microbrewery here, just north of me in Petersburg. He wants to start bottling next year. I told him once he gets to that phase, let me know. I want to help him out. So
yeah, that's really the way to go. if you can keep up with the demand, if you create enough demand for your beer, it's great because people will just come and pick it up even before you get it on the shelf at the liquor store.
Yeah. Yep.
Like the Dylan Dam beer, the only one that I've ever found on the shelf at a liquor store is the Sweet George's Brown. That's the one they produce enough of.
That's a nice brown ale.
Yeah, that's really good, and that you can find it at maybe about 10 or 15 liquor stores in Colorado, and then several bars have it on tap. But finding it, if you go into a liquor store and ask, the staff will just say, no, we don't have any. You actually have to go and hunt for it because they'll just automatically say no, that they're out of it.
Yeah, I picked up some goodies at the liquor store the other day. A black pumpkin oatmeal stout.
Wow, that's interesting.
Dear Shane, and oh my God, oh, I fell in love. It's oatmeal stouts. One of the first ones I ever had was the Samuel Smith oatmeal stout, and I still haven't found an oatmeal stout. Smith's. So
yeah, that's going to be interesting with the pumpkin.
It's delicious. Oh my God! It. And then I picked up this one from Ballast Point. It's called Mocha Marlin. It's a coffee chocolate porter.
Sounds great.
That should be tasty too.
Yeah,
and
that's good morning.
Yeah, that's a morning one. Yep. How I think. So, and then I picked up this one from Wipeout IPA.
Wipeout. Can I see that?
Yeah.
It looks really familiar.
I'm sure you've had it. They're out of San California. So.
They're out of California?
That?
They're out of California?
Yeah.
Nice. I've been doing some left-hand Polestar Pilsner lately. Just picked up some of that. And
okay.
It was great. And then I did the Tommy Knocker. Have you had Tommy Knocker?
I had, you know what? There was a distributor that used to distribute that out here, but I can't get it out here anymore. Knocker anymore.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice beer. I'd say it's pretty on par with the Dylan Dam beer with their nut brown.
Yeah, the nut brown was pretty good. That's the first one I ever had from Tommy Knocker.
Mm-hmm.
Idaho Springs, aren't they?
I think they're Idaho, yeah, and they did the root beers and different things like that. So every time when we were kids, we'd go through Idaho Springs, get a root beer Tommy Knocker, and those are pretty good.
My son, he says next time we head out west, the traditional, the sarsaparilla. place that that actually sells sarsaparilla. I think that would be interesting for him.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
I'm sure there's some place. There used to be a couple places like down in Canyon City or something like that, that area that used to sell the sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
It's been a while though.
Yeah, it's only an hour from me. I'm down in Canyon City about once a month at the Royal Gorge. It's usually where I take visitors.
So yeah, he's becoming quite the root beer connoisseur. So
Can't blame him. It is delicious.
it is. It is. So
It's. I think it's good to keep the hobby interesting and keep moving forward with different types. You know, if you get stuck on just IPAs, which that can happen to anybody because they're so good.
you know, I'm a hophead, so I love my IPAs.
Me too.
Ugh.
I have to kind of push myself to be like, okay, hey, try a quarter.
Yeah, that's what I got to do too. I was like, okay, let's try a coffee stout once in a while. You know,
Yeah.
I paid, and this is his favorites. I got the Stone Chocovesa.
Wow.
Like a couple of weeks ago. One of these. But it is delicious beer. This is one of those beers where you're like on it and just drink it when you think you need a treat. Those where you're like, well, I'm gonna drink the whole 6-pack. No, this is a treat.
Yeah, it's like when you splurge and buy the $15 or $20 bomber.
Yeah, that actually that 6-pack was like it was $17 for a 6-pack, and I that's when you splurge and you're like, yeah, this is a treat beer. This is one of those where you're like, okay, I haven't had one of these in a while. Treat myself to it. So
Goes perfect with bacon and scrambled eggs.
oh. I had a buddy. I have a buddy. We wanted to do something on like a Monday morning or something. A special beer and bullshit show on a Sunday, eating waffles and barrel bourbon barrel aged beers.
Mm. Mm.
I don't do that, but syrup, of course.
Yeah, maybe like some blueberry and strawberry and different flavors.
And drink some bourbon aged beers and just bullshit.
Some little prepackaged wieners with bacon around it and stuff.
There's a beer I picked up. A beer festival. And 7-ounce pour this one. This beer is like 9%, but it tastes like it's about 5K. It's
smooth.
Actually, I should.
Let me see that again. Back it up a little bit there. Oh, it's got a goat on it, huh? Benches.
Yeah, hardcore Chimera. It's Imperial Indian, and it's 9%.
Looks awesome.
9%. I'll tell you that. 4 packs. You drink all 4 of those, and it's almost like drinking. I had the Hop Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had Hop Stupid.
Oh yeah. Stupid.
It's like drinking 2 Hop Stupids.
Nice.
Stupid. The first time I ever had Hop Stupid, I had 2. I was like, no problem. 8%. I'll get through both of them. Right. By the end of the second one, boom, I was down.
Down.
I was
Yeah,
out for the
Hop
count.
Stupid is great. It's a great beer.
It is a great beer.
Yeah, I've been hitting a lot of Arrogant Bastards lately.
We
They put
just got the Backwards Bastard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's out now. So
I have to try it. Do they have it in cans or just bottles?
it's like 16. It's like $15-$16 for a 4-pack because it's like
Sweet.
it's like 11 or 12% beer.
Sounds great. I'll have to keep an eye open for it. I went and got some whiskey today and some beers. I decided on these Grolsch today for a change up. Figured a Dutch beer would do good, and a little Scotch whiskey. But I'll keep my eyes open for the new Arrogant Bastard ales. Have they moved away from Stone, or what's going on with that? Arrogant Bastard, are they their own brewing company now? They're not with Stone anymore, or were they with Stone before? What's going on there?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't really heard anything.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the label, and it was Arrogant Bastard Brewing, and I thought it was always Stone Brewing before.
So Colorado's got close to what, 200 microbreweries now?
That's a good question. The number of microbreweries in Colorado. I always get it confused with this dispensaries.
I'm sure there's just as many dispensaries as there is a microbrewery.
I think there's probably about 5 times more dispensaries than microbreweries. Just guessing.
You'd be like, you get to the Colorado border and you go, "Welcome to Colorado, Colorado. We got craft beer and Buddha."
Yeah, we taped little receptacles onto the Welcome to Colorado sign. We just taped them there, and it's like you can put your weed in there for us when you're leaving. Same at the airport, too. They have little receptacles.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drop it off right there, and they go ahead and destroy it. The government destroys it for you.
They don't destroy it. They probably redistribute it out somewhere.
Well, the TSA
use weed, right
correct.
Yeah, this is used weed production.
Yeah, they resell it. So it's like that cop in Texas that made brownies and got too high and called 911 on himself for an ambulance.
This way, out in Illinois. Um, they can't find any money to extract from us more, and they're haggling over, how much more they want to extract out of us. So I think that's another thing that's going to be coming is on a taxing the shit out of it probably.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But one thing that's happened is that aside from the theft by the government, the quality's got
What is
better.
it? What is it? It's like percent, isn't it? Something like that.
What's that?
20 or 30% per ounce or something.
Oh, it's for recreational people, it's 25% tax.
And what is it for the medical?
It's not very much tax for medical.
Okay,
It's a pretty big tax
it'd
rate.
be like regular sales tax, wouldn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
It might be like 5% or something.
whatever the sales tax is. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the dispensaries are ditching their medical, and they're just giving medical patients a discount. They're giving them a 25% discount, but they're ditching their medical licensing status.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, it's more profitable, just to sell it to a person who's like, "Hey, you want to get high?" Okay.
you'd be surprised the people that are there. It's just you see some ladies there, maybe in their 60s or 70s. It's maybe more popular with the kind of upper middle class, and things like that. In fact, I have ran into people, ladies that are retired, and they're excited about it. They'll invite you over to take some. It's kind of funny. It's not popular for younger people though anymore. It kind of like it made it uncool. So kids don't care anymore.
No, because the younger people are like hipsters, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta have this craft beer from this particular craft brewery."
Shitheads.
I hate them.
They're delicious. You should try them.
The only thing them fucking hipsters ever did was make PBR great again, because it's PBR and hipsters drink PBR. So
Yeah, but if you put a good glaze on them with all that PBR inside, I'm sure they taste great in an emergency situation.
I don't know if there is an emergency situation, Shane. I still wouldn't drink PBR.
Me neither. Oh man, I
would just go without. That'd be my case. You don't have craft beer? I'm sorry. I really can't. You might as well just give me a cup of water.
Your own beer brewed in 5 weeks. I mean, if it comes down to just PBR, I just brew my own.
This earlier, reminding me that I have not had this one. I'm introducing a new beer. It's from the brewery. It's Cumulus Rye.
And what's the brewery?
Make it's called the brewery. And these guys
Okay.
make really good beer.
Nice.
I've had a lot of their beers and pointed me. So I was taking my buddy to the beer store earlier, and I saw this and I was like, oh man, I have that in my fridge. Night or something.
Yeah, for sure, man. Get that thing pounded. Hey, listen, I've got to get going here in a minute.
What was that?
Well, I've got to get going here in a minute.
Do you?
Yeah, I got to go pick up the kiddo from gymnastics.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on, and I don't know where Amy went, but shit, you know. Well, thank you
I'll
for
catch
coming
up
on.
with you. I'll
All
catch
right.
up with you soon, maybe. You know, if you got another showtime
Welcome
coming up,
back
let me know.
anytime, dude.
All right, be happy to
It'll be
join back.
all right.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. All right. I guess it's just me. I don't know where my other cohorts are, but I will see you in 2 weeks. The day after the election. I ain't gonna say nothing about the election. You do whatever you want to do. Either way, and I will talk to you later.